Can you imagine what somebody is saying? In fact, when you see this Tinubu, you think that it's an old man who will do the right thing. Well, Nigeria will never become one-party state, but it is a great pleasure to witness opposition in disarray. You can imagine this kind of statement from somebody like this. As if Nigerians are not aware that he's the one who is behind all the shenanigans happening in all those oppositions, because he's afraid. Just the same way they did in Lagos during the governorship election after he failed woefully. So it was by fire by force. So they know that people are not even ready to look at their side. So they had to force Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In fact, a lot of people are now like, Babajide Sanwo-Olu is now the right person to be the governor because he failed. They had to force that man to be there. Ordinarily, if the way the presidential election went, he wouldn't have won. So that is exactly what they are doing because they knew quite well that it's not going to be business as usual. He failed in his own state. Before now, they used to brag that he has a grip over Lagos. Now they are not telling you that, there was a free and fair election. That was how they allowed. Because now things have turned around. They are not trying to tell you that, they always allow free and fair election. That was why Obi won in Lagos. And that is the same tactics they are using to disorganize this, what is it called? The oppositions. Unfortunately, the people that we have there, some of them are not even responsible. And that is why it is so easy. Somebody was saying that, whatever this man is using to talk to most of them, and at the end of the day, they started changing mouths, especially that Segun Showunmi that has been singing a different song now. After all, Reno Mokri tried it, Boala tried it, all of them, many of them, they failed. The Jade Yeju is trying, but that one does not even know what is wrong with him. They have left governance, and the only assignment they have is to be attacking Obi. Well, Tinubu has reaffirmed his commitment to multi-party democracy, stating unequivocally that Nigeria will never become a one-party state under his administration. Speaking during a joint session of the National Assembly to commemorate Democracy Day, Tinubu addressed widespread concerns over the rising number of political defections to the ruling All Progressives Congress. In a characteristically candid remark, Tinubu dismissed as a terrible rumor the suggestion that his government is plotting to wipe out political opposition. Instead, he described the disorganization within the opposition party as an internal matter, and in a jab at his critics, added that it was a pleasure to witness you in such disarray. At no time in the past, nor any instance in the present, and at no future junction shall I view the notion of one-party state as good for Nigeria. No, everybody cannot be, of course, they cannot be one-party system. You will leave one or two that are very weak, but the strong ones is targeting them. You cannot say you don't know, you are especially that PDP and this thing. When Wike is there, Wike is with full chest. You are not telling us that it is not what it is. Labour Party and the rest of them, like SDP too, you are already there. The party that will be left are maybe even ABGA is even penetrating there. It's only Showore party that he might leave that of Showore because see that one say no they go anywhere. Of course, there will be two or three political parties that will see that you not be interested in their party because they are not strong. So you can say that you don't pray for, or you are not working towards a one-party system. Well, referencing his own political history, Tinubu recounted how in 2003 he stood as the last remaining progressive governor in his region when the then ruling party attempted to dominate all spheres of governance. Even with all their numbers and false grandeur, they boasted of ruling, not governing, Nigeria for the next half century or more. Where are they now? Also, the same thing will become your story. He insisted that such attempts at political hegemony ultimately failed and reaffirmed that Nigeria's democratic space must remain open, competitive, and vibrant. Nonetheless, Nigeria made it clear that while he does not even support political domination, he will not even stand in the way of defectors from opposition parties choosing to join the APC. we will be guilty of political malpractice if we close the door on those from other parties who now seek to join the APC. The president also used the occasion to welcome Governor Sheriff of Delta State, Umo of Akwa Ibom, into the APC, along with other members of the National Assembly who have recently defected. Well, hypocrites, yet you are muscling in opposition. APC is a product of coalition. Why now afraid of coalition? Whether Tinubu and APC like it or not, to coalition will send them packing come 2027. They are failed worse than PDP. God will use coalition to dismantle APC. He who lives by the sword will die by the sword. Na so e be. Political statements in disguise to deceive Nigerians. Third and fourth term loading. Just stay tuned. Hey, wicked athlete old man. There's no party or ideology in Nigeria. We only have group of stomach infrastructures. That is why the problem continues to escalate.